Hey, how's it going, you guys? It's petplatypus here, and it's time to review episodes 7 and 8 of Yu Yu Hakusho. Episode 7, this is a pretty well-rounded episode, honestly. There's only one part I really don't like, and the first half is essentially Yusuke trying to fight the demon dude again. Well, we get the continuation. He loses, obviously. Botan ends up saving him, and she has a human body now. Gets introduced to the mom, whatever. The mom is kind of a funny character, I'll be honest, but I wasn't expecting her to be, but she's okay. But yeah, they only have a week to get back all the artifacts, so he ends up fighting the dude again, but this time he has 2 new spirit items. He has this watch that can track him down, and he has a ring that increases the power of his spirit gun. Those are very fucking convenient, but it's fine. They make sense, too. It's not like they don't make sense, they're just really convenient for the timing, but they track him down. He still sounds like a bridged Nappa from Team 4-Star until he transforms into a demon. Then they reuse the same animation when he transforms, which doesn't bother me too much, but it's something to point out. And they get into this little fight, and Botan ends up trying to help. He ends up putting a stick in his mouth so that his mouth stays open because his skin's too hard, but then he fires a full power spirit gun with the ring enhancing it through his mouth. That was cool. Animation could have been better because, like, I know that the series is old from the 90s and everything, but it was made after, you know, Dragon Ball Z got started, and like, Dragon Ball Z has phenomenal animation for the time. I'm not saying it had to be as good as Dragon Ball, I'm just saying that the animation for the fighting could have been better, but I'm sure they'll use it for more important fights later on. I'm not like, it was fine animation, I'm not complaining like it was bad or anything. But, yeah. I'm just comparing it to something that was from around that time, or even a little older, but, you know. Let's see, what else though? But yeah, they end up beating him with that. They get the orb. Then the second half of the episode is pretty much Kurama character development. He meets up with Yusuke. He tells the backstory about how he was really injured from doing stuff as a fox, and then his spirit entered a woman, and then he was born as like a half baby, half human person, half fox person type thing. And he grew up, and he feels like he was just using his mom and everything, but I guess he grew attached to her, and, you know, she got sick, so now he wants to use that artifact to heal her in the exchange of his own life. And it's all told with this red kind of tone, this sunset red around them, which red's not a pleasant color to stare at when it's really bright, but I still appreciate that it's got that artistic, you know, tone to it. But, yeah, they end up doing it. He tries to. Then Yusuke's like, use my energy instead of his. And it's like, really, Yusuke, you died once, and if you learned fucking nothing, really? That was stupid. He realizes afterwards that if he had done that, his mom would have been sad again. Like, you know, he was like, I don't want to see a mom be sad over her son's death ever again. But his very mom would have been sad about it. And he realizes that after the fact, but it was just kind of stupid. I know he's not a smart character, but to just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna sacrifice myself right now. It's just like, really, Yusuke? Like, I know you're a good guy, but it's just like, wow, so fucking rash, like, dude. But what I was hoping was gonna happen was the portal was gonna take half Kurama's life, half Yusuke's life, so Yusuke will live to like, what, 50 or something, or like 45, and Kurama, demon dude, I don't know how long he'll live, but I figured it was gonna take half of both their lives to make up for one. No, it was more cliche than that. He just said, for your good deed, I'll do it free of charge. And I was like, oh, that's kind of lame. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I think taking half their lives would have been better than, oh, you did it, because we just saw that with Koenma, where he gives him the egg, and then he uses the egg, and it's like, oh, well, you know, you show potential, and, you know, blah, 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 so you can have your life. But whatever, again, it's not that big of a deal. I just would have handled it differently. But yeah, the episode overall was actually rather well done. It had decent enough comedy here and there. It had really strong character development for Kurama. Hiei's the only one left with the sword, so the story progression is actually really solid. So you got great story development, great character development. Just a couple of things I didn't like, and some decent enough comedy here and there, and solid animation. I'll give this episode an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a very good episode. Well, I'll go 8 out of 10. Wait, what did I give it an 8? I think I was going to say 8.5, but then I was going to lower it to an 8, but I think I said 8 anyways, so I'm giving it an 8, just to be clear. I was going to go 8.5, which would be like a great episode, but I'll go down to very good, which is, you know, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, so, you know, I'll talk about episode 8. Okay, you guys, so, episode 8 of Yu Yu Hakusho. This will not be as awkward to talk about, because my last review I was a little awkward because it was just a well-rounded episode. There wasn't really much to say about the episode. I just kind of summarized it and kind of said what I liked and everything. With this one, there's way more to talk about because even though the entire episode is pretty much Yusuke versus Hiei and then, you know, Kurama showing up and everything, this is what I was talking about with the animation, you know what I mean? Like the animation wasn't bad before, but this is what I was talking about, where it's a little bit more fluid and a little bit more dynamic. You know, you got Hiei jumping around, hitting him in the air and stuff. It looked really nice. You know, the spirit gun off the fucking little mirror, that was awesome. Kurama showing up was definitely well placed, because I wasn't really thinking about it until he started running over there to help them, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. And he takes a stab, but he survives, and the whole while they're doing this, they're trying to save Keiko because she's caught by him in fucking damsel in distress mode, being turned into a monster, and a bunch of humans that are being turned into zombies, which they really don't do anything, which is kind of weird. Like, Yusuke didn't beat them up or anything, if I remember correctly, but yeah. But, yeah, Hiei goes down with one shot to a spirit gun, from a spirit gun to the back. I mean, he was unprepared, but still, it seemed a little weird that he was such a dangerous demon. But I guess the spirit gun was probably enhanced by the ring. So that was cool. I like how he used strategy, even though he really didn't use strategy. He just kind of was like, I'm gonna try this, hope it works. But, yeah, and that was funny. But yeah, it was a well-done fight overall. The episode had a little bit of a slow pace early on, but it wasn't too bad. You know, you had like Keiko meeting Botan and thinking there's something between Botan and Yusuke, and she's all jealous or whatever, and bleh, love triangle bullshit. I mean, it's not like it's super heavy love triangle bullshit, you know. It's not episode 5 of the first season of Legend of Korra, but even that episode I didn't really hate that much, but yeah. It was okay, though, and it comes back a little bit at the end, but at least it's a little bit more comedic, and they're not handling it super seriously. So yeah, and I wouldn't even really call that a negative of the episode. All around, I thought this was actually a very good episode. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, which is pretty much what I give a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho episodes. They're just very good episodes, or good episodes. Hasn't really been one that's, like, great or amazing yet, but it's just getting started, so, I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not expecting it to be amazing right out the gate. But yeah, this was a good episode, you know. You've got cool fighting, you've got good use of strategy, even if it wasn't on purpose, and the story arc seems to be taken care of. We're probably going to move on to something else soon. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this episode too, actually. I thought there'd be more to talk about, really, but no, I mean, and Yusuke uses, like, I don't want to call it the power of friendship, but Hiei describes it as you're stronger when your friends are, like, in danger or whatever. And that just immediately sounds like the power of friendship, but it's not like Yusuke is suddenly just able to shoot like this Kamehameha of a spirit gun because of friendship. You know, he's just taking it more seriously, and, you know, it's handled better than, you know, other series that use friendship power. I'm not naming any series that, you know, were written by Hiro Mashima that start with an F. You know, I'm not, you know. But, yeah, you know, it was a good episode, though. Jokes aside, it was very good. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of these episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.